Peace, welcome to another video of Only Guide You Need. Today we'll be talking about Nita, as you can see from the thumbnail and description. In this video, we'll go through all the necessary basics you need as a beginner in Nita. As long as you follow the whole video, you listen to the whole video, you follow all my tips, guaranteed 500, no problem. Maybe even 700, it shouldn't be a problem, depending on how skillful you are also. In this video, I'll be teaching you who Nita is good against, tips on using her super. I realize there's many beginners who anyhow throw super, you just auto aim the super. That's not the right way, that's clearly not the right way. And last but not least, we'll say about the things you need to keep in mind when you're playing Nita. Alright, so let's go to the tips. Alright, sorry, before we go to the tips, we'll do a brief overview on who Nita actually is first. So Nita is not a burst damage brawler like Shelly. Shelly is considered a burst damage brawler. Boo also. One shot instantly, they can shoot really high damage in an instant. Basically, that's called burst damage brawler. But Nita is not. However, Nita is categorized as damage dealer. There are categories of brawlers in BrawlStars. I'll leave the link to the website in the description below so you can see a brief overview on which brawler is which category. There's controllers, there is tanks, there are assassins, there are support. So there's many. But she's labeled as damage dealer even though she's not a burst damage brawler because her reload speed is really fast. Her reload speed is really fast if you realize, compared to normal brawlers like Jackie. But Nita really has a fast reload speed. So she's a damage dealer. Alright, her range is mid-range. She's not close, not long, but mid-range. I don't really know, explain to you this. Alright, and that's pretty much it for what you need to know for Nita, and let's now go to the tips. It's not on purpose that I didn't want to say the tips now, but I realized I have to go through who she is good against first before I go to the tips. So let's start. Without super, Nita is good against close range brawlers, predominantly tanks. Of course, because tanks cannot reach Nita, but Nita can reach tanks. You know, and that's pretty much how you tell which brawler is good against. They got super. Common sense, guys, common sense. I cannot teach common sense, no matter how offensive this is. As long as their range is way shorter than Nita, Nita is good against that brawler. But with super, Nita can go against more brawlers other than just close range brawlers like tanks. Nita can go to Mortis, Nita can go to Shelly. I know, without super, I still can fight Nita, what? But if the Shelly is good, you might be taken down by the Gadget, Clay Pigeon. So you only want to go against Shelly if you have your bear. And with super, which is with your bear, Nita can also go against long range brawlers like Piper. You guys go against Piper? Ain't no way, but yes, you can go against Piper if you're good enough. For beginners, no. Don't try to go against Piper unless you're really close to Piper and you just sacrifice your bear, just walk towards Piper and just kill her. But under that, don't try to go for long range brawlers because you don't have enough knowledge in Brawl Stars to do that. I'm pretty sure. Then, if not, you're not a beginner if you can just do that. Alright, now we talk about main parts, I promise, which is the tips. So for Nita gameplay, generally I only have one very important tip, which is to maintain a good distance between close range brawlers. And what I mean by that is make sure that even though they try to surprise attack you, alright, so you want to give enough space between two brawlers, alright, the red one will be Nita, and this will be an enemy brawler. So you want to give enough space where when you're attacking this brawler cannot hit you in any way, impossible to hit you. Even if they try to surprise you. So for example, if you are Nita and this is the enemy, you are chasing him, you are trying to attack him, and then he suddenly turns back and try to hit you. For example, he's a primal, he suddenly wants to turn back and start punching you to get his out. You must have enough space between so that when he suddenly counters, he won't have enough space to hit you. You have enough time to react to him. You must have that. You must have the gap. You must have that gap. You cannot be like that attacking him, and then when he turns back, he can hit you. You cannot have that. Very important. Very important. Because I think as beginners, you guys just sorry, not you guys, but as beginners, we all make this mistake, which is we get too close to the person we're chasing, and then we just instantly lose in the mode. And as beginners, many people auto aim, so they try to get as close to the brawler so that they can just auto aim and they will definitely hit the brawler. But do not get so close just for the sake of accuracy. just for the sake of being able to hit the enemy. In Brawl Stars, imagine that you can always have a chance to hit another brawler, but the brawler has zero chance in attacking you. Who will win? Who will win? Of course you lah. You can always attack him, but he cannot attack you. That's basically the gist in Brawl Stars. You want to always create a situation where you always have the upper hand. So, let me repeat. Maintain a good distance between close range brawlers. Next, tips on using a super. Now, we have a lot of tips here. But yes, we have a lot of tips here, so do stay tuned. Especially if you're a beginner, I think you'll learn something from this. Do not throw and summon the bear to the middle of the enemy. Now what I mean by this is, if this is the enemy, and there are 3 of them, and this is you, don't throw your bear to the middle of them. Because the bear takes 1 second, think a minimum of 1 second, before it can actually start doing his slashes. If you throw to the middle of them, and it takes 1 second before it starts slashing, 3 of them are going to destroy the bear before the bear even starts slashing. Or even if they don't destroy the bear is 10% health. What's the point? What's the point of the bear? There's only 10% health left. So don't throw the bear to the middle of the enemy. I will explain how you throw the bear later on. I think I'll explain later on. How you should throw the bear. Only if you are really good, and when you should throw the bear into the middle of the enemy, then you do that. If you're a beginner, don't do that. You don't know what you're doing, don't do that. I'm not trying to offend anyone here. So let's go on for the next tip. So the next few tips is gonna be under the subtopic of tips on using her super. So under tips on using her super, I have when should you summon your bear? When should you use your super? I've described a few scenarios where you should use your super. And for the first scenario, which is the first tip, use your bear to defend yourself. I don't know how many of you even know what on earth the bear is for, but that's what I'm trying to explain to you. Firstly, defend yourself. Use the bear against tanks, against close range brawlers, assassins or what. Don't use your bear and walk with your bear if you're trying to fight Barley, Dynamite. These are all aerial damage brawlers. Don't fight them. They're just gonna hit your bear and you're just gonna be blindly stuck to your bear and just die. So use your bear to defend yourself. How? How on earth am I going to use your bear to defend yourself? Now that is a bit tricky question for me to tackle. But for example, Shelly comes out of the bush. Don't start to activate the super. Now instantly spam just auto super, correct? That's the word. Auto super, so that the bear instantly spawns in front of you and start kiting around the bear. Imagine this is the bear and this is you now. Start kiting around the bear. So that the Shelly has to also circle around just to chase you, and when she auto aims, you most likely hit the bear. And that's how you use the bear to defend yourself. In a very simple term for beginners. Alright, so for the next tip, summon bear to chase low damage per second brawler. And what I mean by low damage per second brawler is you summon a bear to this enemy. If this enemy is low DPS brawler, for example Poco, Byron, 3 shots on the bear will not be able to destroy the bear, assuming they're both the same power level. And what does this cause? If Byron or Poco cannot finish this bear in 3 ammo, they are forced to push backwards to last friends for A. Help, finish off this bear. And then your team will be able to come in and slowly dominate the area and win. You know, that's how you win Brawl Stars. So let me repeat. Summon bear to chase low damage per second brawler, so that they'll have a hard time dealing with the bear and they are forced to push backwards, and then you can come and dominate their area. So for the next tip, we have summon bear to chase Mortis. So let me repeat what I said in tip 2, which is do not throw and summon the bear into the middle of the enemy. So in this case, when you want to chase Mortis, don't summon your bear in front of the Mortis. I know that's gonna guarantee that the bear will chase the Mortis, but if you summon the bear in front of the Mortis can just cut, and this bear is like half gone already. And then he can just lure the bear to the enemy, to his own team, and then the team will just finish off the last half of the part. So that's not good. And when you send the bear directly to the Mortis, and when he cut the bear, your bear is not active. You want the bear to be active when it's engaging the enemy. You never want a situation where you send the bear to the enemy, and before the bear is even trying to chase the enemy, is shut down. You never want a situation where even a single of the health gets chipped before it's even alive. You never want that. So let me bring you over to this map and give you some choices on how you should throw the bear. Let me explain a bit on how or where you should throw the bear. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so pop quiz. Here are the enemy, and this is Mortis, and this is you, you're the Nita, and this is your teammates, right? So where should you throw the bear? You have option A, B, C, D, and E, right? There are few possible options. I don't know if few is the word, but choose as many options as you feel possible. Okay, you have... Okay, pause this video or what? Okay, just wait for 5 seconds, okay? 4, 3, 2, 1, okay. I don't know what your options, but B is clearly a no-no. If you put a B, the enemy and the Mortis can just cut it instantly, and you still need to take time to go to your bear. Basically, yeah, you want to be close to your bear in beginner, as a beginner, until you are like medium or advanced, where you can start to play separately with your bear. So B is clearly not the option, alright? Sorry, I'm kinda familiar with this. Okay, option. You want to chase the Mortis. C. You put C. What are you doing? Like the C might to the middle. Most likely you go to the middle enemy and not the Mortis. And now the Mortis can easily just come and cut you. It's not what we want. Also, someone outside the door. Okay, C is also out. Next, A. Now if you put the bear here, remember what I just said. The Mortis can just cut, and then lure to his teammate, and then his teammate will just finish off the bear. And then the maximum distance you can get is from here to here. That's it. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with your two teammates behind here? So A is not the right option. Though A is better than B and C, but A is not the right option. Now it lies with E and D. Now at this situation, you know, second, anytime things might change. You know, facing at D. Wait, someone's here. Sorry for the weird pause. So if you put a D, it might be okay. You know, it's not wrong. It's not wrong. If you put a D, the bear can become active and slowly chase the Mortis. But though if you put here, the bear might go to the middle instead of the left, which is not what you want lah. So D is not the best, but the second best. But it's still possible. Still possible. I won't fault you if you actually choose D. But if you choose E, which is the right answer, which I hope many of you guys got it. When you put here, to throw here, maybe it will just take 0.5 seconds. That is not enough for the Mortis to react, unless the Mortis is already predicting you're going to put the thing and all that. But if you put here, Mortis have to take one cut to reach here, right? And if he comes here, you can attack the Mortis. So most likely as a Mortis, he won't do that. Unless he's such an expert Mortis, he come here and cut you, and somehow he just nice got his super and his super this too. But let's stop there, okay? Take this as a beginner mode. If you put a bear here, which even in advanced or intermediate, putting a bear here is not wrong. You know, it's correct. He can get active and start chasing the Mortis. And you can follow the bear, giving you and the bear distance, so that if the Mortis cuts the bear, the Mortis won't be able to cut you and the bear at the same time. It's very important to not stay too close to the bear. You won't want Nita to be here, and you put the bear here. You won't want to stay too close to the bear for the Mortis to be able to cut both. You won't want that to happen. You want the best scenario, which is... Oh no, hold on. You want a scenario where the Mortis can cut the bear, but he cannot cut you. That's the scenario we want most. Of course, if he doesn't have star power, then you can come closer to the bear lah. But not close enough for Mortis to... You know, star power can... Oh, forget about what I just said. Always have a distance between Nita and the bear. Okay? Stop. So as you can see, E is the right answer. Okay, I just wanted to erase it. Congrats to those who chose E. Oh my goodness. Congrats to those who chose E. Hope you can see how important it is that you throw E and not here. Imagine you throw here. It's just a wasted super. It takes time for you to get your super again, and that's why your Nita is a failure, if that ever happens. But if you choose E, and if you always make the right choice in choosing the super, let me switch this back. And yeah, if you can always make the right choices to choose E instead of anywhere else, you can keep pushing the enemy, keep getting your super, and just keep cycling and you you eventually win, or at least you get star player. At least you're not burdened. That's how you summon bear to chase Mortis. Now, last but not least, for tips on using Nita's super, you can summon bear to get closer to long-range enemies, provided the long-range enemies have long reload time. For example, Piper and Angelo. You won't want to send your bear to a cove. I think many beginners don't think about what happens after you just send the bear. You don't think, what am I going to do with the bear? Just send the bear and let it go. I use my super, time to collect my next super. No. You in Brawl, I keep saying in Brawl Stars, but in Brawl Stars, to master a brawler, if you can use your super to charge 70% of your next super, many times, you are a pro. You are a pro, right? And for Nita is really easy to get super. I think you just need 5 or 8 hits to get your first super. And after they just tuk. But I'll talk more about that in the intermediate video. So you can summon your bear to chase long range enemies provided they have long reload time, and other than that, you cannot chase any other long range enemies. You cannot chase Janet, because Janet can pass through the bear. If you want to waste her, just throw the bear. Never send to the high DPS brawlers code. No. Brock will just also destroy really fast. But for Piper, a bit more advanced, I'm telling you this now, but you wait until Piper shoots a few of her ammo, then you send the bear to Piper, alright? And keep in mind, when you send a bear, don't throw in front of the Piper, even though you really want to close the distance between you and Piper, so that the Piper shot on the bear won't be so high, but still, follow the rule. When you send the bear, make sure it's active and it's alive, full health. I don't know how to explain, I don't know how to explain this, but I think I'll explain that in the intermediate video. I can't explain it here. This is too much for a beginner. No. So recap. Summon bear to get closer to long-range enemies with long reload time. 2 examples is Piper and Angelo. Okay, you can search up other examples. I don't know what. Just use your common sense and think which brawler cannot hit down the bear fast. Or if the brawlers are to hit the bear, will the bear be able to slash them like Mortis? In order for Mortis to destroy the bear will come in contact with Mortis no matter what. And these are the kind of brawlers that we want to chase down. And this is it for tips on her super. Let me give you a summary on tips on using her super. Wait, there's more. This is just tips on using her super. Do not throw and summon the bear to the middle of the enemy. Secondly, summon the bear to chase low DPS brawlers like Poco and Byron. Summon your bear to chase Mortis. Fourth, summon bear to get closer to long range enemies with long reload time like Piper and Angelo. And lastly, I think it's the second one, but lastly, use the bear to defend yourself. Now we move on to the last part of the video, which is things to keep in mind. You cannot have more than one bear in the match. If any of you don't know that, it's not about knowing this. It's really fully utilizing the bear. Now, once you get a super, are you just going to spawn another bear? No! It's just going to be a waste of bear in the field, right? If the bear is still alive, don't summon another bear. That's the gist of the story. Unless the current bear has less than 1000 health, then fine. You can just summon another super, so they can start next attack, and so that your super bar, I call it the super bar, in the supercharge bar, is empty, so they can start collecting your super again. The next thing to keep in mind is, when you auto super, the bear will instantly spawn. Try not to auto aim, even as Nita, as much as possible. Try not to auto aim. Now, I think it's not a big issue with auto aim because it's Nita. Nita, most likely you will get the opponent brawler. But when you reach higher levels, when you can only get so close enough to the other enemy with the tip of your range, you only can get the tip of the range attacking the enemy. There's no way the enemy is going to come so close to you such that you can just auto aim. It's very rare situations. So when you go higher, you want to practice your auto aim such that when you actually reach that, when you practice your manual aiming, and that when you actually reach that, you can manually aim them even though they're juking you and all that. And I think it's very habitual. If you keep auto aiming with this problem, for example, if chasing or you chasing? If you are chasing the enemy and the enemy is moving, oh my god. If you are chasing the enemy up, right, the enemy is running back, and then you are chasing him, and you auto aim, 1 auto aim, 2 auto aim, 3 auto aim, right? Your auto aim is going to hit here because the next second is up here. So when you auto aim, your auto aim will be here, but he's here. So your auto aim is go here, and that's going to do 3 times. You're going to do that 3 times. So one auto aim here, he run here, and you run here. Second auto aim, you'll be here. Your auto aim will land here, but he's here. And then the third auto aim, you miss again. So don't auto aim. You actually have to aim, especially if you guys are traveling parallel, whatever. Try your best not to auto aim unless the brawler is half of your attack range. If they are in the half of your attack range, fine, you can auto aim, but other than half, try not to auto aim. So to summarize the things you need to keep in mind, you cannot have more than one bear in a match. So don't anyhow use your super as if your bear hasn't died yet, unless your bear has less than 1000 health. Then you can use your super again. If not, don't super if the bear still has half health in the match. Don't waste your bear. You know, wait until your bear kind of loses its health when the enemy uses some ammo on the current bear. Then you throw your next bear. Then they will, oh my, you have to do the next bear kind of feeling. Second thing to keep in mind is that when you instantly click super, which is when you auto super, your bear will deploy immediately in opposition, so you can use it to defend around you, especially against close range brawlers. Third thing to keep in mind is to not auto aim. I think that wraps up this video, but let me pause it, it's too long. This video I took is too long. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. In this video you have learned who Nita is good against, tips on using her super, and mainly all the tips on using her super, and things to keep in mind for a beginner Nita. I'm 100% confident if you apply whatever you learn in this video, you will go 500 without a problem. Alright, if you want to know more about her star power gadget, I'll be uploading them soon. And also the edited version of this video, I will upload it next time. Edited version means with animations, characters and all that. But now I have no time. You know, now I just want to give you guys as much knowledge as I can before I go university, because I'm going to university really soon and I don't think I'll have the time like this anymore to make so many videos. Not really that many videos, but so if you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. That will really be great. And also I'll upload the video of intermediate Nita some days. See you donkeys in the next video or next time. Bye bye.